takes Mary, Our Lady of America, from home to home for visitations. I don't know if many of you know about Our Lady of America. How many do?
You need to speak a little louder.
Okay, excellent. So Our Lady of America appeared to a nun in the 1950s. Her name was Sister Mary Lucille. And she had told her that this was her last, I forget what it was, last chance to try to get across to America the need for a good Catholic life. She had 3 messages, or her message had 3 parts. One part to us, the regular old people. The other part was to the bishops. And then the third part was about St. Joseph. So her message to us is, it was time for America to turn back to living lives of purity. She really stressed the need to have the Holy Family be our role model for life. For men, they had St. Joseph to teach them how to be fathers. For women, we have Mary to teach us how to be daughters and mothers. And for the children, they had Jesus to learn how to be children. She stressed the necessity for living a holy, pure life, imitating the Holy Family. The other part of her message for us is she wanted us to learn about the indwelling of the Holy Trinity. It's always been part of Catholic doctrine, but somehow most people forgot about it. So she's stressing that we really need to learn about the indwelling of the Holy Trinity. Because once you realize that the Holy Trinity actually is living in you, then every action you ever perform, every word you ever say, every thought you have, you know that Jesus is hearing that thought, he's hearing your words, and he's seeing your action. And what you do to others, or even if you do it to yourself, you are doing it to Jesus. That transforms people, and it helps them. So she gave this message in the 1950s, just before the sexual revolution in the 1960s. She was really asking people to live lives of purity. So just imagine, if we did live lives of purity, there'd be no drug addictions, and all the complications from that. There would be no sexually transmitted diseases and all the horror that comes from that. So if you can live lives of purity, it changes your whole life. So the message to our bishops was, she wants to be enthroned in the Basilica in Washington, D.C., just as the covenant was put into the temple when David did it. He processed her he processed the ark right into the temple. Mary, the new ark, wants to be processed and enshrined in the Basilica at Washington, D.C. In fact, one of her visions to Sister Mary was she held out her hands and she showed her, while it was being built, she showed her half-built replica of the shrine. And she said, this is my shrine and this is where I want to be enthroned. And once I am enthroned, there are going to be more miracles of the soul, of the spirit, than Lourdes and Fatima together. So Mary does not promise physical healings, but she does promise healings of the soul, of the spirit. And I mean, a lot of the physical stuff follows from that. So I'm going with the statue to Indiana, to the site of the apparitions, where Cardinal Rhodes is going to be celebrating the first Saturday Mass. So I'm taking the statue, and I'm hoping that he will bless her, and I'm hoping that heaven will bless her from the site of the apparitions. If you have prayer petitions that you would like to petition a miracle for a soul, a healing of the soul or spirit, you can take one of the cards over there and you can write on the inside. I can staple it together or tape it together, whichever. And in the back of it, you just put today's date that you requested your miracle and date and prayer answered. If you do receive a miracle, you have this proof that you actually requested this miracle. And if you do receive an answer, just let Mary Ann Harold or myself know. We'll take your prayer petition from the top drawer, which says prayers petition, to the bottom drawer where it says prayers answered. And if you would like a visitation with the statue, there's a sheet of paper over there that tells you how to go ahead and get one. Most people will request and have her for a week or two in their homes, and we do a holy hour during that time. If you are not in a position where you can actually have her in your home, but you really would like to have a holy hour, if you contact me, you can come to my home in between her visitations and do a holy hour then. Any questions?
Where are you from?
I'm from Westminster.
Oh.
Okay, the statue is with the Apostolates Prayers for Life, which is with the radio station. Yes. Yeah. All right, thank you.